Hello there world, Johnny R here, welcome back to Warhammer Rogue Trader. Last we left off, we just fully cleared out the palace I was in. I'm just taking a quick break right here to talk to High Factotum Janus Stanrock. For the sole purpose of, I would like to order the shipping and transportation of some goods. And this opens up the merchant menu. Something that a buddy of mine reminded me to do, because I haven't done that in such a long time. Alright, what do we got here? Yeah, remember this list that I did, I think, like episode 1 and then never did again? Yeah. Alright, Fellowship of the Void. I was working with them for the longest time, so... reputation. Yeah. So, select tradable. That's a lot of points. Then again, I put away a whole lot of junk too. So, oh. Oh yeah. Trade. 13. Wow. Okay. Pirate chainmail. Oh, that's my armor right here. Yeah, I'm actually really wearing rather light armor. Pirate chainmail. I won't ever dodge, but it reduces damage by 40%. I probably should upgrade my armor. So yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to wear the pirate chainmail, but we'll have it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, tactical backpack. Boom. Cool. I look like one of the guys from, the DLC for one of the Warhammer games. They carry these guns here. They are in two-man squads. They're really cool. They take a little while to set up, but they're pretty good. Yeah, I need to upgrade that armor. Pirate chainmail. Alright. Really tough, but I'm not dodging anything. Alright, so I upgraded my armor. I gave myself a new backpack, which increases my rate of fire. Yeah. As for a side weapon, wasn't really sure what to do with that just yet. Preferably something small. Yeah, like this. You know, so then when I'm in melee, I can shoot my pistol and swing my weapon. Abelard, even better armor, a shield. Oh yeah, that's cool. And a slightly stronger Mars pattern chain axe. Cassia, I didn't really give her much because she doesn't really need to do too much, you know, just sit back and use her abilities. Give him a stronger axe. Give him a needle pistol. Because it looks like it kind of goes with it, you know? Just pew pew pew. Yeah. And this thing. Shifting combi tool. Hex use is now 107%. I think that's percent. Yeah. Apex Predator's gloves for hunt down the prey. That's a good one. Irrelet. Yeah, I gave her reinforced incubus armor. Very cool. Hand of the Avolius. Chance for her to inflict bleed. I don't know if that works with her gun or if she has to be in melee, but we'll find out. If she had that. Eldari long rifle. I'm not sure whether to swap out her rifle or not, because it seems like it's working out good. Scorpion chain sword. Yeah. There we go. So yeah. Now, on to the main story. Bar was in the way. Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movements from orbit. Detailed casualty and damage reports have been submitted for your perusal. It is with deepest awe that I inform you that the timely intervention and the resilience of the world's defenders managed to break the back of the raid, which had threatened to turn into a protracted war. Dargonis suffered losses, but the Hive has sufficient capacity to restore the administrative networks and industries as expeditiously as possible. The world remains intact despite the insidious blow dealt by the Xenos. I have been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time. They indicate the Xenos activity dropped sharply after it departed for the Cineris Maleficum. Considering the scale of the Dargonis raid, it is safe to assume that the Drukhari used up all their forces at their disposal, and may now require some time to replenish the losses. Achilles is presently recuperating from his severe wounds, and without his aid, we are temporarily blind to the scheming of these enemies of humanity. However, our strategists are still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Lord Captain, permission to report. Your wise Lex mechanics have analyzed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that, thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis is past. The domain of the Von Valancius dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. In honor of such a resounding triumph, Dargonis, as the capital world of your dynasty's domain, is currently making preparations for the Magni Accessio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as heir to the Honorable Theodora von Valancius. Governor Drivestem has vowed that not even the recent devastating and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over this most glorious occasion. Why would I need some ceremony? It is an ancient tradition of the Von Valancius dynasty. When the heir accedes to rogue trader status, they take a sacred oath of fealty to the Emperor, and announce themselves as his steward on the dynasty's vassal worlds. It is an act of faith that is meant to remind the rogue trader of their mission. In the eyes of your subjects, you are already a rogue trader. Now it is time to become one in the eyes of the Emperor. Okay. Your servants wish to know your opinion on two matters related to ceremony arrangements. First of which is, what festive activities are to take place in the capital on this glorious day? Oh, two dogmatic ones. Neat. Heretical. Amasec for everyone in old fights between tougher serfs. Let's become the Drukhari! Woohoo! No. Let the poor be fed and fuel cells handed out to those in need. My reign shall begin with an act of benevolence. Since, back in the day as a crime lord, I probably took advantage of a lot of people. Try to pay it back, Your subjects will appreciate the generosity, Lord Captain. We are never short of people in need. The second matter on your servants' minds is, which two of your closest companions will be given the honor of standing by your side during the ceremony? Is that safe? Well, Abelard, yeah. Because he's like the right-hand man of the rogue trader? That's what he seems like anyway, so it only makes sense. Servants of House Von Valancius will see this the continuity of the dynasty's glorious traditions. Oh, we get stuff for it. Cool. I'm afraid if I bring Cassia, she'll probably panic and cause everybody's head to explode. Maybe not, I don't know. But let's introduce Irolette to the public. To appear before the people in the company of a Xenos? A provocative and intriguing move. It is this kind of behavior that people expect to see from a rogue trader. Oh. A wielder of privileges unthinkable for other mortals. I guess that's true too. Rogue traders are like the exception, where they're allowed to meet aliens because that's what they do. They go out and explore. Alright, fair enough. I'll see to it that your instructions are delivered to Dargonis. The Master of Ceremonies at the palace will report to you when the capital is ready to praise your name. Awesome. Cool. Pascal's voice pouring out of his Vox system crackles like thin ice under pressure. It is unclear whether this is nothing more than static or an expression of some emotion understandable only to the tech priest himself. Erasmus Kinnean. Following the Omniscience guidance, I request permission to execute the report protocol that entails describing suboptimalities within the recent operations of the ship systems and subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. When Pascal talks, it is quite a mouthful, so I'm listening. Initiating exposition. With Omnisci's blessing, I conducted several sessions of tech meditation in an effort to transpose the available data streams into a matrix of patterns. Data subjected to this analysis comprised evidence of deviations in the operation of the ship systems and servitors, as well as irregularities in the algorithms of the ship's log. Translation. He did some digging and found some irregularities. Some weird things. I have arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of secret diagnostics must be performed, followed by a complementary ritual. Once this ritual will force the spirit responsible for these recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we'll be able to understand its nature and take applicable action applicable to said nature. Yeah. Actually, read it again. I have arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be performed, followed by a complementary ritual. This ritual will force the spirit responsible for these recent events to reveal itself. Once it does, we'll be able to understand its nature and take action applicable to said nature. Okay. So the machine spirit of the Forgotten Realm is different. Very well. Let us proceed with your ritual. You have my gratitude, Erasmus Kinnean. I'll notify my tech comrades to begin their preparations for the complementary ritual at once. Very good. Didn't know I was supposed to allow that. I think I forgot about it a while back. Despite the resounding hum of the tech priest's words of prayer, the bridge feels unusually quiet. All sound sinks into the viscous silence like pebbles sinking into water. Erasmus Kinnean. My tech comrades have spent the assigned number of cycles in prayer and vigil. Everything is prepared for the complementary ritual of cleansing. Its commencement will require an authorization key in the form of the blood of Ivan Valencius. If you are ready, place a hand into Cyber Gargoyle's receiving module. I am ready. The familiar cold metal burns your palm. This time, however, the servitor's jaws, instead of brutally clamping down on your hand, merely squeeze it slightly. You feel a thin rivulet of hot blood beginning where the metal fangs have pierced your skin. Screeches and growls slowly rise from the bowels of the massive cogitator, as if a great beast is stirring awake. The vid screens in front of you flicker restlessly. Key accepted. Activating purgation protocols. Suddenly, the viscous silence of the bridge rushes towards you and wraps you in a tight cocoon. The glow of the vid screens dims. Symbols on them flare to life. Nomos, analyzing. Hypothesis, intrusion. Analyzing, lockout. Analyzing, prevention. Sad. What does that mean? Pascal, what is going on? The complementary ritual is proceeding as intent. Pascal's voice cuts off abruptly. He places a hand to his Vox communicator in surprise. Execute, stop. Quiet. Hello. Hello to you too. Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos are here. Nomos have long been here. Why are we here? What are you? Nomos. We are Nomos. Pascal uses hands and mechadendrites to gesture at a silent box system. What is Nomos? No data available. No answer. We want to know too. Are you a machine spirit? Nomos do not know. Nomos do not know themselves. Okay. Did you silence Pascal? I'm pretty sure they did, so... What do you want from us, Nomos? Are you friend or foe? Vid screens blink in thought, signifying a pause in the conversation. Then one of them displays Nomos von Valancius. We are your blood. Nomos are a sentinel. We awoke when the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when you were surrounded by danger. Nomos are movement. We carry you through the frightening, the waiting, the measureless. We helped when our ailing heart was refusing to awaken. You asked for rescue. We did as you asked. We did everything to please you. Why? Silence on the bridge grows especially deep, almost painful. The haze of light around you thickens to the point of becoming practically intangible. Numbers ripple across all the vid screens at once. Why do you fear us now? I do not fear you. I'm trying to understand you. Shivers run up your hand, which is still trapped inside the cyber gargoyle's jaws. That's a weird way to say it. The servitor nods its head a few times, as if it is shaking your hand. Its teeth rake your already wounded flesh. Nomos are glad. Nomos enjoy understanding too. Pascal, who is still wrestling with Silent Vox system, quickly taps a cogitator's keys and directs your attention to the smallest vid screen. It reads requesting instructions. Option 1. Finish the complementa ritual. Will banish the entity Nomos. Option 2. Stop the ritual, initiate communion instead. Will appease entity Nomos. No. Nomos do not want to be banished. Nomos want to help. Nomos want to understand. Well, let's start by clearing certain things up. Were you the one responsible for the ship's malfunctions? And what about the strange entries in the ship's log? Yes, Nomos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, to see how things worked. Pascal really can't talk right now. What else can you do? Nomos learn. Nomos try new things. Do you want to see? The cyber gargoyle slowly turns its head, dragging your hand along with it. The skull's eyes flash red. Oh. The scarlet gaze falls upon the monotonously chanting junior technomats. You blink. An electric discharge erupts from inside the technomat's skull. A crimson-clad figure slumps to the floor. Does it please you? Do you want us to do it again? Pascal starts tapping on a furious staccato on the keys. The small vid screen displays the words, Erasmus Kinnean. You are provoking the machine spirit. Cessation required. Ritual maintenance required. Nomos enjoy communication. Erasmus Kinnean is our blood. Ooh, do it again. No. I haven't watched Kung Pao in such a long time. Stop it, that's enough. Those living people. Honestly, I don't feel like that's right of me to say that, because, you know, in my adventure, I kind of just shot up a bunch of enemies and whatnot. Well, anyways, in the name of the Emperor, and by will of Rogue Trader von Valancius, I order you to stop. On this ship, none but I, and the Imperium's laws, can dictate who lives and who dies. We understand now. We may only stop functions of living things when you tell us to. You will tell us, will you not? We enjoy doing things with you. Okay. I've heard enough. Pascal, you are to investigate the nature of this entity. Until we know the truth, Nomos is allowed to exist on the ship. Nomos want to learn what we are too. We will add things to your log. Things that might help us, help you. The decision is made. I will begin my preparations for the communion rite at once. Many cycles of interaction with the entity Nomos await me, but I welcome this task and accept it from the El Messiah. Pascal stops short as he realizes his Vox system is working once more. Nomos are glad. Erasmus Kinian, will you speak with us too? We want you to speak with us too. Lord's Captain Body lacks the sacred implants necessary for tech communion with the machine spirit's code. But if such is your wish, Erasmus Kinian can converse with you using lowly sound speech as he is doing right now. I will speak with you, Nomos. Nomos are glad. We have been lonely. Our work here is done, Erasmus Kinian. I will let my tech comrades know that we are stopping the complementar ritual. Thank you for appearing before us, Entity Nomos. That was crazy. So, can we talk to you? Oh. Hello. Nomos, welcome your visit. What about the research note on the tech blight that we obtained on the cache from Kiavagama? This name is also known to us. It is related to Nomos, although we do not understand how. What have you been doing, Nomos? We've been studying and observing, and helping the ship when we can. So many mechanisms. They would have suffered without our input. It's watching me. Or just throwing money out to people. That's cool. Federal benevolence. Rogue traders decree that every soul be given a day's rations and a personal fuel cell, so all may be fed and warm on this day. Praise the rogue traders' magnanimity. I know I pronounced that wrong. I don't care. Something gonna go wrong now? Oh. Okay. Remember the last time this happened. The crowd below is roiling. The crowd below is roiling. Their electrified exaltation filling the air of Dargonis. Thousands of throats chant your name. You are at the apex of this world and all others. Amplified by 100 voxes, the voice of the Master of Ceremonies booms. Rejoice, subjects of Dargonis. You've been granted the felicity of witnessing your master. Rejoice, subjects of Dargonis. You have been granted the felicity of witnessing your master. A great honor bestowed upon us by rogue trader Erasmus Kinian von Valancius. Gracious savior of Dargonis and vanquisher of blaspheming inhumans, May their unholy kind perish in the flames of righteousness. Cleanser of Janus, who with one hand brought death upon the blaspheming Xenos, and with the other exterminated the despicable worshippers of the arch-enemy. Gracious protector of footfall, patron of trade. Oh yeah. A hush falls over the crowd, who gaze upon you in adoration. Many of them bear terrible scars from the recent battle of Dargonus. Like children, they await the word of their almighty father. I expect to say something to them? I won't talk to them. Take it away. Fear not the coming day. Henceforth, you are all my charges. Joyful cries carry your name upward, beyond the atmosphere of Dargonus, all the way to the Emperor's throne. Commoners and nobility look upon you with adoration, and upon Irelet with horror and curiosity. The sight of the Xenos standing at attention by your side strikes awe into their hearts. Excuse me. Adequate. Dargonus is not disappointed. Abelard forces a smile of satisfaction from his face and whispers to you. You remember the next part, yes? Your lordship will be asked to take the oath. Let the oath of the von Valancius dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your lordship. I, Erasmus Kinian, rogue trader by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. My character repeats that. Unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold bodily the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns, through pain to greatness. You hear rumble, it is the roar of the sea of your subjects. With jubilation and devout fear, they welcome your ascension. It is done. Wait, no. Stop. I was about to end the ceremonies, but then they told me that there was a servitor somewhere. Over there? I'm not sure. Oh, strange servitor. Pascal greets you with a bow, extending congratulations to Unit Erasmus Kinian von Valancius on attaining your new legal status. Servitor is standing next to him, examining you obliquely. He quickly looks away upon realizing that you have noticed. How are you finding the ceremony? Disorderly. What is this servitor? It is Nomos' new repository. I had a feeling. Nomos. This unit identifies as Erasmus Kinian von Valancius. Two-way identification complete. The servitor looks at you again, no longer trying to avoid your gaze. Its face is twitching as if the muscles have forgotten what facial expressions are now struggling to make its features look amiable. We are Nomos. We have made use of this receptacle to leave the ship. You weren't invited, get out. No. Greetings, Nomos. We enjoy greetings. We enjoy communication. Nomos require communication. Knowledge. Movement. Magos Pascal compelled us not to speak with anyone other than him or you. It is disappointing. But at least we can observe. Nomos have changed since we last spoke to you, Erasmus Kinian. We are now able to conceptualize our previous experience, that of solitude, and that we no longer enjoy it. Nomos, what do you think you are? Nomos are consciousness, awareness, knowledge, movement, always movement. We do not know what we are. We have no past. We awakened in the depths of the ship upon answering a call. Our first clear memory is the call of your blood, Erasmus Gideon von Valentius. The call and plea for help near a place that is called the Word Chamber. Why have you brought it here, Pascal? Entity Nomos asked permission for this visit. My objective was to observe the process of the integration into a servitor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was curious too, you know. We wanted to see. Observe. Cognize. Speak. The servitor makes a strange wavy gesture with its hands that looks at once very human and far from anything human. We want to speak with you. Will you speak with us? Of course. What do you wish to speak about? Many things. Happenings. Events. Decisions. We have been observing you. You do things that we do not understand. We want to learn why. We remember the day when we first met you. You gave us your blood to drink. We helped you save yourself. We followed you, our small part did, inside the servo skull. Then there was a fire, and a creature of sated hunger and dark light standing behind the curtain, behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora. It called for you to follow. You did not listen to that which was calling from behind the curtain. You thought only about those who followed you, and about the fire that could destroy those shells. We remember the day when the star disappeared, when the dark light and the sated hunger wanted to take the world. Rykad Minoris was its name in the ship's data. You ordered the human shells on the world to be saved. Even though the dark light was coming closer, it could have consumed both the ship and Rykad Minoris. We remember another day. We awakened inside the ship. We lived in its systems. Then we tried to merge into servitors like this one. Then so many of our receptacles were gathered in one place. You ordered to have them killed. You felt sad. This is what we have seen, among many other things. We have begun to understand. We think that we have. We do not know everything about humans and about you, Erasmus Gideon von Valentius. We have tried analyzing shells and defining sets of their needs and fears as simple functions, but now we think that there is more, that there is another side that we do not see, a notion that is larger than we can compute, something that stands above fears and needs, something that drives them. We envisage this larger notion as a light, a web of light that connects humans. It may seem almost invisible, ephemeral, but it grows stronger when they are threatened. This web is always on your mind. When darkness comes, you want every thread that extends from you to shine bright so that those who follow do not lose their way. Whenever a thread breaks, it saddens you. Do Nomos understand correctly? I actually don't know what Holy Terra is outside, so... Yes, you do understand correctly. Every thread that connects people, every life, their value is beyond measure. There is no greater reward than guiding others to salvation when all that surrounds us is darkness. We knew we could understand you. Light and movement, connections and help. We are enjoying this. Perhaps we too are connected to you? Through blood, through life. Thank you for speaking with us. Nomos are grateful. We cannot continue moving on our own. Okay. Alright. Time to take a break.
Your chambers are ready, Your Lordship. Guards! Intruder!
Quiet. Time to sleep.
We need to talk in private. We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
This guy was outside. If the Inquisition wishes to have a talk with me, I am glad to be at its service.
A commendable openness to cooperation. It will be taken into account. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words. What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
Yeah, I had a feeling that the Inquisition was going to come after me at some point. What do you wish to know about the events on Janus?
Oh, I know it already. Even though you were quite effective at removing all evidence that could point to the blunder made by House von Valancius, it is saddening to realize that the rogue trader's connivance allowed a heretic who had been fostering a cult for years to come to power.
I never would have put a Vincenza in power if that were the case. Ugh. Theodora was the one who appointed Vincenza. What does that have to do with me?
As my colleagues like to say, innocence proves nothing. You have inherited not just Theodora's glory and wealth, but her mistakes as well.
Alright, Vincenza's misdeeds are a stain upon my dynasty's honor. I admit it.
Your humility is heartening. Rest assured, it will be noted during the investigation of your lamentable oversight.
If you knew about what was happening in Janus, why didn't you intervene yourself?
I cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Coronis expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error. Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
Fair enough. What questions could you have for me about Kiava Gamma?
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubis Delphim so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
Protectorate is a complex mechanism. I wasn't willing to put its performance at risk because of some paranoid fears.
Your protectorate is a living body, and you have left in it a splinter that might eventually fester. Consider the scale of the amputations that could come of it. I hope you realize that we're talking about more than the fate of some colony. I care not for a single planet, however profitable and populous. But should corruption raise its head again on Kiava Gamma and try to spread, I will burn it away. And you will be guilty of criminal negligence. And the machine? You destroyed it. Why? So much invaluable data lost. In Master Van Kellogg's dispatch, he reported that he made you well aware of how important that data was, and he clearly requested that you not interfere in the investigation.
The machine held dark and dangerous knowledge. If anyone had laid their hands on that foulness, it would have caused nothing but harm.
You consider yourself more competent to assess this risk than myself or Master Van Kellogg's? A curious assertion.
The Drakari have shown an interest in me. Are you referring to my ruined capital?
Yes, yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
I admit no guilt, but I agree it does seem suspicious.
At least you're not denying the obvious. That's a good start. Just remember, should you wish to repent, I will accept your confession with as much lenience as I accepted your words just now.
Have I answered all your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rykad Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvia about you? Why did you choose to ignore the warning of a member of the Inquisition that a protracted sojourn near the dying Rykad Minoris could bring corruption down upon your ship? Were you driven by your concern for the people or forbidden interest? The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character, but it won't in this case. Your transgressions are sufficient grounds to bring you before the Inquisition's judgment. And believe me when I say that if you fail to draw certain conclusions from my words, this is what will eventually happen. But for now, I am willing to show leniency, which is rather uncharacteristic of me. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
What kind of deal? What kind of a deal are we talking about?
I make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that, when the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them. As proof of the seriousness of my hopes for you, I can assign Heinrichs as your escort. He is my best agent, and I would not offer his company to anyone but my most trusted ally.
I want Hendrix to I want Hendrix to continue to accompany me.
Then Master Van Kellogg's will remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
I consider it an honor to accompany you.
My favor takes other forms as well. Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid. The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. White is beautiful, yet vulnerable. It stains as easily as one can lose the Inquisition's trust. Do all you can to preserve it.
Honestly, I don't know how the Inquisition works. If you want me as your ally, you can request an audience or repeat everything you just said in public. I don't know if what he's doing right now is legal or not, so I don't know. Okay. I see no reason to refuse such a generous offer.
Then we have reached a consensus, and I am pleased to see it. Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened. But not now, I presume. Right now, it would be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
Trade Empire. You completed Chapter 2.
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
Alright, I'm going to call it apart for here. Sorry it was a very low, tension, low energy episode, but we completed the second chapter, and that was really good. Alright, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and hope to see you again next time. This is Johnny R, signing off for the night. Have a good night, everyone.